Hey, what's up, y'all? Another NASCAR season and another win for Kyle Busch. But this year, that first win was a historic mark, as Kyle Busch set the new NASCAR consecutive winning seasons mark at 19 years. The previous record had stood with NASCAR royalty, with Richard Petty at 18 consecutive seasons and David Pearson at 17. Interestingly enough, the first win and the record 19th season both occurred at Fontana Speedway. And if the plans fall through, it'll be the last moment Fontana gave NASCAR fans.
Last lap.
One more, buddy, one more.
Edwards on the outside of Kenseth. Whoa, he got that thing hung out. And through turns 3 and 4. Tomorrow, the headlines will say Busch won at California.
Here it is.
But it'll be Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins at California.
Yeah, get it.
Kyle Busch is the youngest winner in the history of the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. By 4 days. Busch is 20 years, 4 months, and 2 days.
Everything he's got.
Last lap.
Ooh, in the back of him.
The 96 car is spun, and the caution is out. The race is over.
No,
It's not out.
And Edwards has position on the outside. Oh, he's going to drive it in there for everything he's got, and he takes it. It looked like Hamlin either spun it or just he got out of the gas way early.
Try and run down the race leader coming off of 4.
11 is out of fuel. Denny Hamlin loses another spot.
Kyle Busch wins at New Hampshire.
Here, holy cow. Green-white checker, 2 laps to go. Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Greg Biffle, Kevin Harvick. He spun him. Gordon went after the lead. There goes Burton on the outside. There he gets around Gordon. Jeff Burton.
I told you, I thought that 31 was laying there in the weeds.
Now remember, white flag this time, 1 to go. He gets a run to the inside. I'm sure Kyle Busch will put the block on him.
He better be careful down here. Uh-oh.
It's okay. Hamlin's slow. No problem. Little touch.
All I can say is Kyle Busch better be glad that's
Clear.
Jeff Burton behind him.
Yes, sir. A lot of give and take there. He's going to little bump and run here. They're going to drag race to the finish line.
Yes.
Kyle Busch in the 5.
I tell you, anybody else, Mr. Nice Guy was nice.
What are you going to remember most about that restart and this race today?
That's, without Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton being behind me, I would never have won this race. I got to thank those guys a lot. Jeff, he gave me a break getting into 1 there. And Burton could have dumped me there in 3 and 4, but, I think our Vegas finish, helped me out a little bit with that. I had some brownie points to use up, so sucks I used them all up in one spot right there, but I really want to thank CarQuest and Kellogg's and everybody on this whole Hendrick Motorsports team and everybody at the shop. That's 200 for us. That's 600 for Chevrolet, so glad we could do that for everybody, but I'm still not a very big fan of these things. I can't stand to drive them. They suck.
After Kyle Busch's departure from Hendrick Motorsports, many would have wondered how the highly raw talented Busch would do. Considered he just left the best organization to go to another team, just changing to a struggling new manufacturer in Toyota. Well, he just become Toyota's superstar instead, and win endlessly for Toyota. After Red Bull Racing and Michael Waltrip Racing struggled with Toyota in 2007, 2008, Toyota received their first win in the Cup Series with new talent Kyle Busch. Kyle's first Cup Series win of 203 total wins for Toyota in NASCAR's top 3 divisions.
Good cushion.
Kyle Busch has never had a top 10 finish at Atlanta in Sprint Cup racing.
Oh my gosh, get off the back of him, man.
Come on, guy.
I don't know exactly what was going on there, but
Patience heck.
well,
Coming to the checkers over here.
that's a Toyota and a Toyota. I think I would have asked for a little help there if it had been me.
That was Kyle Busch that said coming to the checkers over here.
For the first time in Sprint Cup racing since 1954.
Come on, folks, give my hand.
Foreign nameplates going
Get
to
up on
victory
your
lane. Wild Thing wins.
Yes,
Kyle
sir.
Busch
Tell you what.
wins the Cobalt Tools 500.
After Kyle's incredible first year with Toyota, he did finish the season on a sour note, as his 8 wins all came in the first 22 races of the season, and Chase struggles led to a 10th place points finish. But like 2008, He would start the winning very early, winning in his hometown and in the third race of the 2009 season.
Larry down the back. We'll see what happens when Burton drives it into the high side of 3 and 4. I believe you're right.
Still there.
We'll be coming to the white flag this time.
Carl is smoking. Carl's
That's another Roush Fenway car.
Blowing up.
With one to go, Carl Edwards loses the engine and out of it. Here comes Kyle Busch and the M&M's Toyota. He qualified on the pole. He had to start the race in the back. And Wild Thing is going to win again in his hometown.
Welcome to Victory Lane.
Las Vegas.
One more time.
Gotta just scratch it slow for it, you know what I mean?
Kyle Busch can be known for a ton of different things, and one of them is that he wins early in the season, almost every single year. Following his first 2 Cup Series seasons, he won within the first 5 races of the season 9 different times. And 2010 was one of the 6 times he won his first race between the 6th and 11th races of the season. After his first 2 seasons, only 2017 and 2020 did it take longer for Kyle to win a race. For comparison, Chase Elliott's 2018 through 2022 seasons has only seen 1 win in the first 9 races of a season, with 2020 being his outlier of the 5 seasons.
For 9th and for 10th.
These guys are going to be side by side. It looks like all the way back to the start-finish line. Gordon actually clears him. Here goes Harvick again.
I am so proud of you.
That's Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch wins the Heath Calhoun 400. Gordon, Harvick, Burton.
2010 saw Kyle accomplish an incredible feat, the Bristol Clean Sweep, winning the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series races in the weekend. Well, 2011, he started off as winning with another weekend sweep at Bristol in the spring of 2011.
History, the first man ever to sweep all 3 Touring Series.
Baby, oh yeah!
Kyle Busch.
Sweep it again, baby. Sweep it again.
Off turn 4.
Oh, we did. Good job, M&M. Way to bring it, guys.
While it's not a points win, there were 5 seasons Kyle won a duel, or the shootout, or clash.
Finish line back in the July race.
Smoke versus Wild Thing to the line.
He got him. He got him.
Wild Thing wins.
He got him.
That was Dale Jr. with 3 laps to go.
He's got a little bit of a cushion over Tony right now, unless he just absolutely blows out all the whole brake system.
Last night he went to Victory Lane as a car owner with his older brother driving. Tonight, Kyle Busch scores his 24th career victory, 4 in a row for the Spring Richmond race.
Got loose. He got a little sideways off the floor.
There you go.
Hamlin gave him a shot. 1 to go.
Outside, barely. Outside.
Hamlin there. Logano to the bottom, trying to hold his ground.
That's going to be tough, though. But he's been running good on the bottom. If he can just clear Hamlin right there.
No way. He's going to lose his momentum. They're going to touch hard. Are they going to make it?
Neck and neck.
Down the back, side by side.
Kyle Busch closing in.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They get it. They touch. They touch. And here comes Kyle. Hamlin, Logano on the wall. Hamlin spins down the racetrack. And Kyle Busch wins in California.
I thought they'd be nice these. Turn 1.
Tony Stewart on the bottom trying to take it from Kurt Busch.
Stuart Haas, 1-2 off turn 2. Drag race down the back. Advantage 41.
Here we go.
Through the middle.
Kyle Busch looked at the middle, now looks to the
Here
bottom.
comes Larson off turn 2. Larson's got the run down the back.
Can he win 2 days in a row?
The rookie.
Can he battle Kyle Busch 2 days in a row?
He battled him yesterday and beat him.
Here he comes. Diving to the inside. Kyle took the block. He blocked him.
It's the Kyle and Kyle show off turn 4.
How many times have we seen this? This is like 4 or 5 times these two guys have battled each other for the victory.
Busch the veteran, Larson the rookie. Kyle Busch wins California.
Woo.
2015 was an extremely eventful year for Kyle. After breaking his leg and his ankle, Kyle got back to his winning ways immediately by winning his 5th race back and en route to his first championship as well.
All that Kyle Busch needs to do right now is not make a mistake. There's Samantha, his wife. They just had their new baby. I mean, this is a big, big, big day for this team.
This would be a big day for Adam Stevens. Took the job as the crew chief for Kyle Busch this year. It would be his first win as a Sprint Cup Series.
Yeah, they worked together in the Xfinity Series. They really looked forward to this year being together, thought they were going to be able to do some great things, and today they've proven it. I have to admit, this is an incredible accomplishment for this young man. To come out of the hospital, get back in his car. He won the Xfinity race in Michigan. And here he is, he's going to drive this thing into victory circle here on a road course where people thought it might be his Achilles heel.
Kurt closes the gap, 5 car lengths as Kurt wobbles off turn 10. One last chance at turn 11.
Watch his 4 and the 15 back there. They got a pretty good battle going on for third.
And off the final turn, no crutches necessary. Kyle Busch wins at Sonoma. Off turn 4 comes Kyle Busch. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Larson has the fresh tires, but he's a 2.5 seconds back. Too far. And for the first time ever in a track that has bedeviled him, Kyle Busch completes the weekend sweep and wins in Martinsville.
Get the old broom out, boys.
Here comes Larson.
Will this outer lane stay
contact
clear?
there again. The 18 slides up the racetrack. The 17 right in front of the 42. Now the 17 hindering the 42's progress. 3 laps to go. Now down to 2.
This is crazy.
Larson again. And here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job. Almost.
The momentum. The 18. They make contact. The 18 into the wall. They're side by side again. Going into 3 for the lead. Larson has the advantage. Here comes the 18. He puts the bumper to the back of him. The 18 into the wall. The 42 sideways.
Where's Harvick?
Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch will win.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was a crazy race to the finish. You and Kyle Larson, he gave you a thumbs up as everything's going on. Man, how did that shake down there for you two?
I don't know, just if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch.
Man, racing all the way to the end.
The white flag waves. 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Well, we've been talking about wanting to see somebody go head-to-head with Kevin Harvick. We've got it right here with Kyle Busch.
Four straight finishes of second or third, everything but a W. Today, Kyle Busch wins in Texas for Joe Gibbs and Toyota. The white flag's waved. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Truex has it down to 1.4. And here comes the Candyman. 52nd career Cup victory for Kyle Busch, Toyota.
2020 was a strange, wild, confusing year for everyone, and Kyle Busch was no exception. While Kyle made the playoffs and had race-winning speed plenty of times throughout the year, but coming off his championship season of 2019, Kyle and the 18 team had nearly reached the end of the season without scoring a win. This would have left Kyle at 15 consecutive seasons with a win, and short of a record, which Kyle many times talked about meant a lot to him, and that this was something he spent his whole career invested into going towards breaking the record.
Go. Presented by Credit One Bank. One more time around. Can Kyle Busch finally get off his winless streak? The last win Kyle Busch had was when he won the championship at the end of the year.
6. So good, 6.
Did he save enough fuel? Through 3 and 4 for the final time, down to the bottom of the racetrack. He has done it. He saved enough fuel. Kyle Busch wins at Texas.
And that's exactly what happened. You saw Kyle Busch spin the tires a little bit there.
Oh, Blaney's getting turned by Larson.
And he saves it. Here they come off turn 4 for the win. For the first time this year, Kyle Busch goes to victory lane. Traffic stays to the bottom.
Oh, don't get
White
loose.
flag's going to wave. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Here it comes.
Back, white flag, still inside.
One chance.
He
lost his nose a little bit on the 8. He's right on him.
He's there. This
Will
could
he
be
go
big.
for a slide job?
He's
This is
slide
it.
job
There
him
it
right
goes.
here. Here you go.
Win for it.
Down to the bottom. Slides up into him. Who's going to save it? Neither one. They both spin out.
Kyle Busch.
And Kyle Busch
He's going to win barely.
steals one.
Holy cow. Tyler Reddick.
And we apologize for that language, but here we are, a lap away from the checkered flag. And the white flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
It's official. Get this thing back around there. Credit One. What? Which one? What? Who did I pick? Tony, who did I?
Well, who picked? And Kyle Busch can pretty much coast it home from here. What may be the final super speedway NASCAR race ever in Southern California
RCR, baby.
goes to Kyle Busch.
That's right. How about you, RCR and everybody? Kyle Busch, unbelievable.
For comparison to how long Kyle's streak is, the next two that would have a chance at tying his record if they continued winning and continued racing at this time length, Joey Logano would have to win every single season through 2030 to tie Kyle Busch's record if Kyle did not win again next year. Chase Elliott would be next if he comes back and wins this year and would have to win every single season through 2036 to tie Kyle's current record.